Are we gonna get a cheese pull on this? Here we go. Check that out. Nice. But look at this. Ooh, check that out. It's gushy. Hey guys, it's Ken from KBDProductionsTV. Welcome back to another Ken Domik food video just for you. I am downtown Toronto. I came down here because one of my amazing subscribers said, Ken, there's a vending machine that sells cake. And I'm like, oh, I gotta go down there. It seemed like it was in operation. It seemed like the picture that she pimped out on Twitter, it was in full operation and it was full of cake. And I got all the way downtown Toronto and discovered that it is completely empty. Unfortunately, again, the underground here in Toronto is completely dead. Most things are closed. A few things are open.
What she shared was posted November 5th, 2019, nearly 7 months ago. With the pandemic and the stay-at-home order, is it any wonder it was not stocked due to limited foot traffic? You should really rethink sharing these fails, as you call them, as it just solidifies how oblivious you are to the new way of the world. I wonder how much you would have complained over the price of a slice of cake being $8.99 though.
But as I got back to my car and started driving along Wellington, I noticed there's a Canadian chain restaurant called Sunset Grill, and they had a poutine on there. I figure we're not going to waste a trip coming downtown Toronto. Let's go over there, grab a poutine, and eat it with you guys. Are you ready? Let's go.
Ken can't waste a trip, or he can't write it off, don't you know? Why do you think he shoots half the lackluster reviews he does? So he can write off the trip he takes, even if it is for leisure or appointments unrelated to his YouTube channel. Kind of like when he reviewed a generic Subway sandwich after running errands. Doesn't he look so excited to go do a review today? Oh, sorry, to order and scarf down food, seeing as he doesn't review anymore. Here comes the stupid music and B-roll walking footage.
Hello, how are you? I see there's a Sunset Poutine limited time offer. Could I get one of those, please? Daily special Sunset Poutine. So that's the special there? Okay.
Can you read, Ken? Sign says Sunset Poutine and then limited time offer in fine print. Not that hard to figure out. Meanwhile, he starts rudely pointing his finger all over the place and asking the employee a bunch of redundant questions in between talking to himself.
And then you got water and pop and stuff, cool. We got some stuff over here, Monday specialties. Today's Tuesday, breakfast poutine, that's the special, makes sense. What is it, was it a normal price usually, or?
Yeah, so this one is, I believe the normal price is...
Just out of curiosity, obviously it's a special, so. Okay, we're saving $2, let's do it. So it looks like home fries, cheese, hollandaise sauce, what else? Oh, ham, onions, female bacon. And do you have cheese curds, real cheese curds, or no, it's just cheddar cheese?
Then he treats us to him looking at the photo and trying to list off the ingredients he sees. Notice how his expression changes when she says it is just cheddar cheese and not cheese curds? It becomes a thing shortly.
Got my food, they're just closing up, so I was lucked out and got the food. They also let me use the washroom, so I got to clean up, wash my hands, get all ready for this food. Let's do it. All right, guys, we are back in the car. Let's get out the trusty steering wheel tray and start eating, shall we? It looks good. Unfortunately, they don't use real cheese curds. So Sunset Grill, if you're gonna call it a poutine, you gotta put cheese curds on there.
Hey Ken, if you're gonna call yourself a food reviewer or a food channel, then you gotta show that you know something about food, or shut the fuck up. See, that right there is what you constantly do when you harp passive-aggressively at restaurants for not using a certain ingredient. It is actually acceptable for shredded cheese to be used in place of curds, and still call it a poutine. Western Canada tends to use shredded cheese due to availability issues. This is called a variation. Can you say that word, Ken? Variation.
I probably won't be using the ketchups, but they gave me ketchups, knives, and forks. And we got this bag. Let's put that down there. We got our napkins. Very useful. Let's get that fork out. We might need the knife, but we'll wait and see. Check that out. Scratch that. Sniff that. The rest is going to be mine, isn't it? Alright guys, the sun is so bright, as you can see. When I do that, the hollandaise sauce just whacks out that camera lens. So I'm going to try and keep it back here. At first I thought it was a lot of cheese, but it looks like they put the hollandaise sauce right there. That's the hollandaise sauce. It looks also like they use cheddar cheese, and like she said, there's pea meal bacon. Wow. Are we going to get a cheese pull on this? Here we go. Check that out.
That was not a cheese pull. That was just melted cheese and sauce dripping down, numbnuts. The goofy ass face you make for ridiculous moments like this is more enthusiasm than you give your paying members for live streams, eh?
Nice. I think the only thing missing on that is a couple eggs. I guess you could ask them to do that. And it looks like they also have like specials throughout the week. So luckily we're here on a Tuesday. It's June 2nd. And we get the $8 poutine, sunset poutine. Lots of potatoes. Yummy cheddar cheese. The hollandaise sauce is pretty good. It's missing something. I've had better hollandaise sauces on eggs Benedict. I'm not sure. This one just tastes a little, I don't know, there's less flavor of the hollandaise sauce in this one. I'm not sure why. Sunset Grill, maybe you can let me know.
I'm sure they'll get right on that. You keep trying to get companies and cities to reach out to you by tagging them on Twitter, but it seems like they consistently just ignore you, Ken. Rightfully so. Maybe they don't use some cheap sauce out of a jar like the places you are used to. Just a guess.
There's a lot of food. It's like a plastic recyclable bin here where we can reuse for something else maybe at home. Give it a good wash. I was thinking after this, there was another Japanese pancake place that does more like crepes. And I'm going to see if I can finagle that into our day. Not sure if they're open right now.
Now, are you sure it is crepes, Ken, and not crepes or crepes? You tend not to know how to say the simplest words. I just want to be sure.
I think they were open the last time I was down here when I was researching dessert places. But definitely after this, we need to do a dessert. It started out very cloudy at home. I thought it was going to be kind of safe from the sun today, but it's heated up like crazy. Here in downtown Toronto, if you're walking around without a hat on, you are going to burn, people.
Yes, because everyone shaves their heads to hide their baldness like you do, Ken. Do you ever take a moment to think about the thoughts inside your noggin before blurting them out?
I'm right beside a dog park, and they've got all what looks like dogs. A cross between a dog and a donkey.
You going to copyright strike them for using your likeness, Ken? I have likened you to a donkey after all a handful of times now. Guess while Ken eats his food, he likes to watch dogs do their business, as it reminds him of how his channel is going these days.
But they're probably dogs. And there's a guy walking his dog there earlier when I first got here. This is pretty good.
If you listen closely, you can hear his stomach making all sorts of noise. Here, let's slow it down and turn up the decibels. Look at that face. Seems his tum-tum can't handle that food.
Haven't found a whole lot of female bacon, but it's a lot of food.
Complaining over the lack of female bacon. He spent $8 plus tax for that, and the meat is going to be one of the costlier parts of the dish. They have to make some money off it, but typical Ken always has to harp about something.
Very filling. Very tasty. I'm liking the combination. Again, it would be nice to put a couple sunny side eggs onto this. And cheese curds instead of cheddar.
We get it. You prefer curds. Leave it alone already, donkey.
That's just my recommendation. But I'd order this again.
Not sure anyone wants your recommendation that you seem to think carries so much value and insight, when in reality, people completely ignore it.
If you're downtown Toronto, or if there's a Sunset Grill near you, give it a shot. Let me know if you agree. Go on Tuesday, too. Save a couple bucks. I forgot to do an extreme close-up for you guys. There's your hollandaise sauce smothering all those potatoes, home fries. You can see the cheddar cheese right there. I can't see any female bacon off the top, but like I said, throw a couple eggs on there and you've got yourself a wicked breakfast, brunch style food. Let's keep eating. Eating a hot meal in the sun just amplifies your heat. I'm starting to get some of the flavors of the onions, which is definitely helping. There's a nice little onion, giving it a nice little crunch. A McLaren's going by. Beautiful car. Not sure if I'd pick orange, but... Alright guys, I am all done the Sunset Poutine downtown here in Toronto. I'm going to find a Japanese crepe place that I wanted to do last time I was down here. Let's go find it and have something sweet.
He didn't even bother to cover his mouth when speaking, so we got to see the gnashed up food on full display today. Notice at the end, he has some cheese clinging to his lip that he didn't notice. Seems like Ken must be suffering from neuropathy if he can't feel things touching him. Here comes some more crappy music for another driving montage. More illegal distracted driving. I really wish that the city would allow the police to ticket people if you can prove they were doing this after the fact. I mean, it's sort of the same with when in Toronto, that girl posted a video of her throwing a chair off a balcony. She was later charged. One can hope that it can be done at some point, and that it would apply for each instance.
Well, I've been looking up and down the street everywhere for a bakery type thing. The Japanese crepe place was closed. So I found this place called Meat Fresh. And there's something on here I don't think I've ever seen or tried, but it's a caramel pudding Try Nini. I thought we'd give that a shot as our dessert for today. Some of the things on here are pretty interesting. Cocoa taro. potato. Huh, let's give it a shot.
Giving them the finger as he opens the door, and more asinine music. Guess because he pays for the epidemic sound service, he wants to use it to the fullest. Although it doesn't add to a video if the host of the video brings the production value down to begin with.
Hello. I'd like to try that caramel Nini. This thing. That would be great, thank you. This one with a caramel pudding Nini.
More pointing, and he didn't even say please when he ordered. But we all know how ill-mannered Ken Domik is.
Got my Nini. Let's go eat it. All right, guys, we got our Nini from Meat Fresh. It was at $5.90 for basically a dessert sandwich. When I was in Japan, I'm not sure if this is, it was at a Chinese shop, but I'm not sure if it's Chinese or Japanese. It's definitely an Asian dish of some type, and then she gives you this little container with some chocolate sauce in it, and check this out. So she put the 2 pieces of bread down, she put something on it from a tin, I'm not sure what that was, and then she got like almost like a tin of pudding, put the pudding on the bread, put the bread on the thing, put the sandwich maker down, and toasted the outside. But look at this. Ooh, check that out. It's gushy. It's squirmish. It's squeamish. All right, let's just take a little dip into this little heaven of goodness. Here we go.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
That clipped some things up. However, what you said about the chocolate sauce in the cup made me concerned that you might have early signs of dementia.
Again, she put something, maybe there was a caramel sauce. I'm not sure if it's the caramel pudding or caramel sauce. Let's just take it apart a little bit. Maybe we can figure it out. So I guess maybe it's butter, but I've never seen butter in a tin like that. And then you got this wobbly, gooey caramel pudding. It is very gooey. It's very difficult to figure out how to eat this thing. Maybe I'll just like drizzle some of this chocolate sauce into our pudding. You can't quite place it. It's almost like a vanilla pudding with just a slight little taste of caramel in there. It's not bad. I'm not sure if it's worth the $5. Definitely worth trying once for sure.
Ken only thinks that $75 lobster thermidor, $32 medium pizzas from Boston Pizza, or overpriced steaks from the Keg are worth the money. $5 dessert sandwiches, $6 burgers that are not processed and frozen, or $17 local pizza joint pizzas loaded with toppings are what he feels are perhaps too pricey and not worth it. Ladies and gents, I present to you the person that P.T. Barnum was speaking about when he said, "There's a sucker born every minute."
And I had something similar like this in Japan. It wasn't hot. I'm sure if I ate it when she first made it, it would have been warmer. The chocolate sauce is definitely helping. If you're going to give this a shot, make sure you get that chocolate sauce. Wow. That is so, look how gooey that is. It's just, it's more like Jell-O than pudding. Pudding is usually not as jiggly as that. What do you think? It's like very difficult to eat. Let's put a little bit more of this chocolate sauce in there without getting it all over this place. Here we go. I'm not kidding about the flavor when I say, if you've ever been to a brewery and you're walking past a brewery and you get those hops and barley smell of them brewing beer, it tastes like that smells. So it's very peculiar. Again, it's not a very caramelly flavored dessert. Again, this chocolate sauce is helping get past that beer flavor. Very weird, man. Yep. It tastes like I'm eating beer. I bet it's not supposed to. It's not very sweet. It's very bland. The chocolate sauce is sweet. And I would recommend you like dipping it heavily to get away from the beer brewing taste. Oh, drop the pudding right in. I'm trying so hard not to do that. Let's see if we can dig it out. I doubt it. Oh, maybe. Oh, I did it. I did it, people. Ichidakimasu.
You saying that phrase doesn't make you look cool, Ken. You look foolish, as you are just pandering now. For someone who loves beer, I am shocked to see you be turned off by something that tastes like you are eating beer. Given that you are not used to Taiwanese tastes when it comes to desserts, knocking it is kind of crappy of you. This is also why using your Japanese phrase was foolish when eating a Taiwanese dish.
I have never in my life tasted anything quite like that. If you're downtown Toronto, check out this place, Meat Fresh, and try one of these Ninis. It looks like they got a few selections, so you might want to try a few of them. Definitely try this one and let me know in the comments below if you've had this and if you agree with me that it has a flavor of how a brewery smells. Well, this day was completely different than the way I thought it was going to turn out. I was coming downtown to eat cake out of a vending machine. I thought that was going to be a great video. Ended up eating a breakfast poutine and then coming over to this area and having a dessert from China that I've never had before that tasted like a brewery. If you enjoyed this video and you want to show your support for me doing these videos just...
Well, this was a rather lame video. He ate some food, complained about it, edited a video, and put it online. Said, go try the crap I ate and let me know if you agree with me. So he is putting the work on the viewers. His videos no longer offer any value, but he will think this is the best content ever. Just quit already, Ken. You no longer have any passion for this, and it shows. Plenty of other people who do a far better job in this niche on the platform can take over. All you are trying to do is coast along and get people to pay for that luxury you so desire. However, please, viewers of my content, tell me if I'm totally wrong about Ken. This is just my opinion based on what I'm seeing and the things he is saying of late. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. A like would also go a long way and be very appreciated. Or drop a comment down below. I try and comment to them all if I have something meaningful to say back. At the very worst, I'll like and heart it. This has been another Ken Domik dissemination expose. But until next time, KDDE out.
For you, hit it with a thumbs up, ding, 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 ding. But if you're hungry for more, check out this wicked playlist, and I'll see you over there. Bring your hunger.